Welcome to the World's Most Admired Wine Brands 2026. Now in its 16th year, the World's Most Admired Wine Brands remains one of the most respected rankings in the global wine industry. Each year, Drinks International gathers votes from leading buyers, sommeliers, masters of wine, and specialist wine writers from across the world. Academy members are asked to name 5 wine brands they most admire, based on quality and consistency, value for money, and strength of branding and marketing. Our thanks to our sponsors for their continued support. So, let's get started with the countdown of the World's Most Admired Wine Brands 2026. At number 50, it's Felton Road. Located in central Otago, it's one of New Zealand's most respected boutique wine producers. At 49, it's a re-entry. It's Barton & Gestier, one of Bordeaux's oldest winehouses. At 48, it's Bruce Jack. This South African brand combines winemaking innovation with a deep commitment to sustainability. 47 is a new entry. It's Opus One. This Napa Valley partnership blends Californian power with Bordeaux heritage. At 46, up 2 places, it's Cloudy Bay, the pioneer that helped define Marlborough Sauvignon Blanc. It's our first entry from Chile at number 45. With more than 150 years of winemaking heritage, it's Errázuriz. At 44, it's Concha y Toro. Another Chilean producer, this icon pairs global scale with uncompromising quality. 43, from France, it's Louis Latour. This family-owned brand is an authority for Burgundy wines and has the largest holding of Grand Cru vineyards in Côte d'Or. At number 42, staying in France, Château Lafite. Pauillac prestige, nurtured by the Rothschild family for over 150 years. It's a new entry at 41 and our first entry from Spain. Congratulations to Scala Day, a historic Priorat estate rooted in Catalan winemaking tradition. At number 40, it's a re-entry. Welcome back to Bodegas Abadal, modern ambassadors of Spain's Pla de Bages region. Moving into the 30s, at 39, it's Cordon Bleu, a leading name in Cava at one of the world's great sparkling wine houses. At 38, champions of Sicilian viticulture, it's Planeta. On to number 37, from Spain, it's Faustino. This Rioja powerhouse is the biggest exporter of Gran Reserva and a globally recognized brand. At 36, it's Esperal, Portugal's leading voice in sustainable and organic wine. It's a re-entry at 35 for Chateau Moussard, Lebanon's legendary estate, known for resilience and character. At number 34, and winner of the most admired wine brand in North America, it's Ridge, a Californian icon with over 60 years of winemaking excellence. At 33, up 9 places, Chateau Mouton Rothschild, a legendary first growth renowned for both its exceptional wines and its iconic artist-designed labels. At 32, we return to Italy, Frescobaldi, Tuscan winemaking heritage dating back to 1300. 31, from Spain, it's Ramon Bilbao, one of Rioja's most internationally recognized producers, celebrated for quality and consistency. At number 30, it's Sassicaia, the super Tuscan trailblazer and one of Italy's most celebrated Cabernets. Counting down into the 20s, at 29, it's a new entry from England. It's Nightimber, producer of award-winning sparkling wines from estates in Sussex and Hampshire and admired worldwide. 28, another re-entry. It's Perelada, centuries of tradition and Europe's first LEED Gold certified winery. Number 27 is Yalumba, Australia's oldest family-owned winery. At number 26, we arrive at this year's highest new entry. It's Jubian Camps, a Spanish cava pioneer, earning global recognition for its sparkling wines. Staying in Spain, at number 25, it's Marqués de Cáceres, a house famous for its Rioja, combining classic regional tradition with a touch of French influence. At 24, Chateau Petrus, Bordeaux exclusivity from just 12 hectares. On to number 23, it's Chateau Latour, a Pauillac icon, producing first growth wines that define Bordeaux prestige. At 22, staying in France, it's Chateau Haut-Briand, the only first growth outside the Médoc in the 1855 classification. At 21, up 25 places, Tignanello, a Tuscan icon whose super Tuscan wines have redefined Italian winemaking for the world. We've made it to the top 20 with this renowned Spanish brand. It's Marqués de Riscal, a historic Rioja house founded in 1858, known globally for its flagship winery designed by Frank Gehry. At 19, it's Chateau d'Yquem, a legendary Sauterne house celebrated for its exceptional Vineyard Limited sweet wines. On to 18, up 10 places, a global champion of organic and biodynamic wine, it's Gérard Bertrand. Number 17, and the most admired wine brand in Africa and the Middle East. Congratulations go to Canon Cop, a South African winemaker since 1973. On to 16, and winner of the highest climate award, it's Ornellaia, a Mediterranean Bulgaria estate making some of Tuscany's most celebrated super Tuscans. And into our top 15 brands. From France, it's M. Chapoutier, a family-owned Rhône specialist producing high-quality organic wines with a global vineyard footprint. At 14, it's a non-mover. It's the famous Chateau Margaux. Located in the Médoc region, the brand has been owned by the Menselopoulos family since 1978. At 13, up 20 places, Chateau Cheval Blanc, a Saint-Emilion icon, renowned for its Premier Grand Cru Classé A wines and signature blends. Number 12 this year is Igegal. Family-owned since 1946, this Rhône producer is celebrated for its world-class wines and Caveau de Château experience. On to 11, it's Henschke, 6 generations of Australian winemaking heritage rooted in organic and biodynamic practices. At number 10, La Rioja Alta, traditional craftsmanship and modern elegance from Rioja. At number 9, staying in Spain, CVNE. Established for over 140 years, they are the proud owners of a cellar designed by Gustave Eiffel. Number 8, Portugal's highest-ranking brand, Symington, a family business leading both fortified and still wine production in the Douro Valley. It's back to France at number 7, Domaine de la Romanée-Conti, Burgundy's most exclusive producer, crafting wines from 7 tiny Vosne-Romanée vineyards. At 6, our winner of the most admired wine brand in Australasia is Penfolds, based across southern Australia with Grange at the pinnacle of its portfolio. At number 5, it's back to Italy. It's Gaia. 5 generations of Italian excellence and a name synonymous with making world-class wines. At 4, up 5 places, is Vega Sicilia, Ribera del Duero's iconic estate and Spain's answer to our first growth. Number 3, it's the legendary Familia Torres, Spain's most internationally recognized family-owned wine company, admired for its leadership in sustainability. At number 2, taking the award for the most admired wine brand in Europe. From Italy, it's Antinori, with winemaking heritage dating back to 1385 and a family legacy that helped shape Tuscany's global reputation for excellence. And so, it's time to reveal that the number 1 most admired wine brand 2026 and taking the award for the most admired wine brand in South America is from Argentina. It's the almighty Catena Zapata. Under the leadership of Laura Catena, this family-owned Argentine estate has become a global symbol of Malbec. A true standard bearer for South American wine, Catena Zapata takes the number 1 position again this year. That concludes the countdown for 2026. Congratulations to all this year's winners, and thank you to our Academy members and sponsors for their continued support. Join the conversation on social media and discover the full results at drinksint.com and in our upcoming print supplement. Thank you for watching.